So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 assembly tools every CSWA beginner must know. Okay, so if you're preparing for a CSWA exam, you must know these assembly tools because this is going to help you to pass CSWA successfully and much faster and on a much easier way. So let's get started. So the first thing what we have here, we have the part 1, which is fixed, right? So how we know that? If we go here to the feature manager design tree, we see this letter F, which means it's fixed. So we can't move this part. So we have the second part now here that we can move, right? So we don't have here F. Now, what do we want to do? We want to connect these two parts, right? So basically, we want to take this little pin here and put it in this hole. And also, we want to make sure that this face is aligned with this face, right? There is a very simple way how you can do this that most people know. I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you the fastest way, okay? So number one, how people do this, you go to the mate, right? And then here you have standard mates. You have coincident, you have parallel, you have perpendicular, tangent, concentric, and so on, right? For this, we can use two mates, concentric and then coincident, right? So we can say, okay, we want a concentric between this and between this one here. Now this is concentric. You can just click OK here. So you don't have to click here concentric because SolidWorks automatically recognize this as concentric. Now, as you can see, we can rotate here and also we can move this. So we must create now coincident relation. So we're going to also use mate. We're going to select this face and then we're going to select this one here like this. Let's click OK. So basically what we have now, we fix this part here, right? We can still rotate this part, as you can see. Now, this is the one way how you can do it using standard mates, right? So if you go to the mates, you have here standard mates, but also you have here advanced mates. Now, for the CSWA, you don't need to know advanced mates, but I'm going to show you a few that can save you a lot of time and speed, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to delete these mates that we created. And I'm going to make this connection again, but using only one mate. Okay, so instead of two mates, I'm going to use one mate. So as you see, we can move this part. And now I'm going to go to mate again. And now instead of using standard mates, I'm going to go and I'm going to select your advanced mates. And you don't need to know these advanced mates, but there is one good one, actually two, that maybe will be good for you, right? Whether you go on the CSWA or not. And this is profile center. So what's going to happen now? So with this profile center, we can come here. Okay, let's clear this. And we can say, okay, make this face in the center of this face, right? That's it. Coincident and in the center, right? And this is it. Now this is coincident and also concentric because it's go directly to the center, right? Now, in order to happen this, you must have symmetrical objects, right? So this must be symmetrical and also this one here. Otherwise, it won't work. We got the same result, right? We can rotate this. We can move it in any other direction, but we can rotate. So that's number one hack that you can use. Number two, what you must know when it comes to the CSWA is how to define angles between parts. So for example, I want to define angle between this face and this face here. I can just go to the mate and I can choose here angle, right? I can go parallel. For example, if I choose parallel and I say, okay, make sure this one here and this one here are parallel. Now they are parallel, right? But I can also and I can use perpendicular. I can say, okay, make sure this one here and this one here are perpendicular as they are now. But also I can define an angle, okay? So for example, we can go here to the angle and I can say, okay, make this 45 degrees, okay? And I'm gonna choose faces between this face and between this face. And now we have here 45 degrees. You can also go here with flip dimension like this. And you can also go here with mate alignment, which you have here aligned and anti-aligned. So for example, if I go anti-aligned, goes to different direction, right? So you can always play with that to get a position that you want. So that's just one way how you can do it. And I'm going to show you the tool number 3, which is also advanced, but you don't have to use it in the CSWA, but it can save you a lot of time. I'm going to insert another component. So we're going to go here and we're going to go with part 3. Now, for example, we want to put this part here, right in the center, right? So the first thing that we have to do, of course, we're going to go with a concentric, right? So we're going to select this one here and this one here. Let's click OK. So we have this one. Now we have to put here in the center. So also the fast way to do this, you can go here to the mate, you can open the tree, and then what you can do, you can select the planes, right? So for example, I'm going to select the right plane of this part, and then also the part 2, I'm going to select right plane. And now they are coincident, okay? So this way I put my part 3 right in the center. So this is one way how you can do it. Let me see if we have this made now. Coincident. I'm going to delete this now. So there's another way how you can also do this, right? For example, when you don't have the plane like this, we can go to the mate and you can use advanced mates. So that's going to be the second advanced mate that I will show you in this video. So you go to the advanced and that's going to be width, right? So if we want to put here, right here in the middle, right, we can define the boundaries and then we can define which part we want to put there, right? So the first thing that we have to select is width selection 1. So we can select, okay, our boundaries will be this one and this one here. Okay, so now we just put extremes, left and right. And now also here we have width selection 2, which is select this face and this one here. And now here we have a constraint. Okay, what constraint do we want? We have here by the default centered, right? So we can click this. Let's click OK. And now we have a centered. Now this is right in the center. Okay, we can rotate this, but we can move left and right. So that's also how you can put your part right in the center of another part. You can go with the mates, go with planes, coincident, or you can use this width. But now if you go with this width and you go edit feature, so we can choose here another constraint. For example, we can have a free. That means that we will be able to move this part from one boundary that we define to another one, right? We can put specific dimension or percentage that's going to be the distance from these boundaries, right? This is something I explain more in details in another video, more advanced videos, but those are different options that you can do. For you right now for CSWA exam, this can help you a lot. So yeah, these are 3 assembly tools that can save you a lot of time on the CSWA exam. Now, if you like this video, click like and subscribe to get more of these videos. And if you want my free mini course about SolidWorks, part design, assembly drawings, and also real world examples, just click the link below and you can get a free access.